All right. So welcome. So we're going to be doing some exercises that I have been using for the past few years. And these are ways that you can release crap that's been building up that you need to let go of. So I always recommend that you do your inner child meditation before you do this exercise, because it helps you to figure out what is that root thing that you need to let go of. And so if you've already done that, great. A lot of times we already know the stuff that is holding us back in our lives, right? But there's usually layers, right? We're like an onion, and there's layers of stuff that builds up over the years. They even say we have stuff passed down from our ancestors in our DNA, right? Because trauma really can cling to us, even our genetic code. So there's a few things that I like to do to help release it. It's an ongoing process. You know, you're not probably going to get it all out in one session, but this is something you can start to do now and keep doing as you see that you need it. So that's why I'm recording it, so you guys can use it again. So one thing I want to do just to start out is a little meditation, so that we can invite source and the angels and our spirit guides in to help us. So everybody, let's get ready to meditate a little bit. So you're just going to get comfortable. If you can, sit crisscross or just sit comfortably. Relax your shoulders. Reach up through the crown of your head. Close your eyes. And just start to focus on taking some deep breaths. Slow down your breath. Feel your lungs really filling up with air. Exhale it out completely. So we're going to visualize our guardian angels right now. And you're going to see a beautiful ball of light. And that light is source energy. It's your angels' energy. So visualize that light energy, which is protecting you and guiding you. And feel the warmth from that light. See it radiating above the crown of your head. And we're going to invite that light in. So breathe it in through the crown of your head. Feel it warming up the top of your head. Now feel the energy in your third eye, between your eyebrows, in the center of your forehead. And then breathe it down into your throat chakra. Feel it warming up your throat. Breathe that light into your heart space, into your heart chakra. Feel that radiant warmth spreading down to the area above your belly button, below your heart, your solar plexus chakra. And then you're going to send it down to your sacral chakra in your pelvis. And then all the way down to your root chakra at the base of your spine. And now you're full of this divine light. And we're calling on our spirit guides, our angels, source energy, to fill us up with that light energy, that good, healing, comforting energy. And to help us release anything that's no longer serving us. Help us notice what does not belong there anymore and let it go. So we're letting go of anything that's not serving us anymore, anything that's not for our highest good. We're going to let it come up and be released. And then we're going to replace that with divine guided messages messages that are only for our highest good, messages that serve us, that help us to serve Source, help us be a channel for the beautiful light energy that we can bring into the world through our experiences, through our heart center. And just feel yourself full of that beautiful light source energy, and know that that's who you truly are, is a divine being of light. And you can share that light with yourself and with everyone around you. Then you can open your eyes. And so the exercise we're going to do is called EFT. It's called tapping. And we're going to use pressure points. So we're going to use acupressure points. And we're going to be tapping on the acupressure points while we, you can either mentally or actually out loud speak whatever it is that you want to let go of. So you're all muted, so you can feel free to let anything out that you want to let out. No one will hear you. So the way it works is, first we tap on all the pressure points while speaking the thing that we want to let go of. So we're releasing. The beginning of the process is the releasing. So right now you want to bring to mind the core issue that you want to start releasing. It can be a traumatic event that happened in your past that you feel like has scarred you. It can be a self-limiting belief that you continue to think and you want to let go of. For me, sometimes I will just say pain and fear. So for me, what I'm going to do while I'm leading the exercise is I'm going to say, I release all pain and fear. Because pain and fear kind of encompasses, to me, anything you're trying to let go of. Because if you're trying to let go of something, it's probably hurting you in some way, right? So there's pain. And fear is the opposite of love. So if we're full of love, we're fine. But if we're full of fear, we're in a low vibration, right? So my general thing that I say is releasing pain and fear. But if you would like to get more specific, it can be very powerful to get very specific here. I've done this exercise while very specifically talking about traumatic events. And I've done it by myself so that I can cry it out and let it out and talk it out and not feel embarrassed or self-conscious in any way. So this is your chance to, and if you want to even turn off your video at this point, for my members who are here live, you can do that too, and then you can put it back on when you're ready. But this is your chance to release from your physical body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, your energy body. Release that stuff that's in there that you don't want in there anymore. And so the reason it's powerful is because we're using pressure points along with our intention, along with our help from the angels, along with our words. So you're using your mental energy, your spiritual energy, and your physical energy to tap it out, release it, let it go. Then we are going to replace it with loving and accepting ourselves. So we're going to release it, and then we're going to say, we're going to replace it with just full love and acceptance for ourselves. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to get started. So to get started, you're going to karate chop. So you're going to take your hand and we do a karate chop. So start karate chopping your hand. And you're going to say, I love and accept myself completely. I love and accept myself completely. I love and accept myself completely. So that's your first pressure point. Now you're going to pat the top of your head with some force. That's the first pressure, next pressure point, and you're going to say, all my pain and all my fear, or whatever it is that you're longing, that you're going to talk about that you're releasing. You're going to talk about what it is that you're releasing right here. So all my pain, all my fear. And you're going to let yourself feel that pain. Let it come up. Now you're going to tap the corner of your eyebrow right here. This little, you're going to feel it's like a pressure point right here. All my pain and all my fear. And you can be more specific about the pain if you need to be. If you have a specific pain, you're going to bring that up right now. Tapping now next to your eye on your temple. All my pain and all my fear. Any self-doubt, any limiting beliefs you have, you're going to let them come up. All my pain and all my fear. Now you're going to tap under your eye on your cheekbone right here. All my pain and all my fear. Let those feelings come up. Now you're going to tap the area under your nose. All my pain and all my fear. Now you're going to tap under your mouth, on your chin. All my pain and all my fear. All my negative beliefs. All my self-doubt. Now you're going to thump the center of your chest. So I use a fist. Thump right on the center of your chest. All your pain, all your fear, all my pain, all my fear. Now under your arm, like where your bra would be, right here. All my pain, all my fear. So we're just going to keep doing that pattern. Top of the head, all my pain, all my fear. Eyebrow, all my pain, all my fear. All my pain, all my fear. Under the eye, all my pain, all my fear. Under the nose, all my pain, all my fear. Let it out, all my pain, all my fear. Under the mouth. Center of the chest, all my pain, all my fear. Under the arm, all my pain, all my fear. So we're going to keep allowing those negative feelings to be purged. Keep letting them come out. Top of the head, all my pain, all my fear. Eyebrow, all my pain, all my fear. Temple, all my pain, all my fear. Under the eye, all my pain, all my fear. Under the nose, all my pain, all my fear. Under the mouth, all my pain, all my fear. Center of the chest, all my pain, all my fear. Under the arm, all my pain, all my fear. Top of the head, all my pain, all my fear. Corner of the eyebrow, all my pain, all my fear. Temple, all my pain, all my fear. Under the eye, all my pain, all my fear. Under the nose, all my pain, all my fear. Under the mouth, all my pain, all my fear. Center of the chest, all my pain, all my fear. Under the arm, all my pain, all my fear. Top of the head, all my pain, all my fear. Corner of the eyebrow, all my pain, all my fear. Temple, all my pain, all my fear. Under the eye, all my pain, all my fear. Under the nose, all my pain, all my fear. Under the mouth, all my pain, all my fear. Center of the chest, all my pain, all my fear. Under the arm, all my pain, all my fear. And you can continue that process. If you repeat this, you can always continue that process as long as you feel you need to. And now we're going to say, I release it all completely. Again, top of the head. I release it now completely. Corner of the eyebrow, I release it now completely. Temple, I release it now completely. Under the nose, I release it now completely. Under the mouth, I release it now completely. Center of the chest, I release it now completely. Under the arm, I release it now completely. Top of the head, I release it now completely. Eyebrow, I release it now completely. Temple, I release it now completely. Under the eye, I release it now completely. Under the nose, I release it now completely. Under the chin, I release it now completely. Center of the chest, I release it now completely. Under the arm, I release it now completely. Top of the head, I release it now completely. Corner of the eyebrow, I release it now completely. Temple, I release it now completely. Under the eye, I release it now completely. Under the nose, I release it now completely. Under the mouth, I release it now completely. Center of the chest, I release it now completely. Under the arm, I release it now completely. Top of the head, I release it now completely. Corner of the eyebrow, I release it now completely. Temple, I release it now completely. Under the eye, I release it now completely. Under the nose, I release it now completely. Under the mouth, I release it now completely. Center of the chest, I release it now completely. Under the arm, I release it now completely. Let's do one more round. I release it now completely. Top of the head, I release it now completely. Corner of the eyebrow, I release it now completely. Temple, I release it now completely. Under the eye, I release it now completely. Under the nose, I release it now completely. Chin, I release it now completely. Chest, I release it now completely. Under the arm, I release it now completely. Back to the karate chop. Back to the karate chop. I love and accept myself completely. 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 And you can release that and just close your eyes. And now I want you to visualize that you're burning off all that negativity. So visualize yourself as a beautiful flame of light. Your chakras are being purged. You're burning away anything that's not serving you. Your energy field is a flame. It can be any color flame that comes to mind. And in that flame, you're burning away those negative beliefs, those painful memories. Anything that's not serving you anymore is burning away. Feel it being released. And as the flame dies down, you feel yourself calmer. You feel yourself more peaceful, loving yourself more comfortable with who you are. Feeling that connection to that light energy that we called in before. Feeling yourself full of that healing energy. And now I'm going to send out some healing Reiki energy to the group. And so you can just bring that energy in. Just keep breathing deeply. Allow the healing energy to fill your body up, starting at your root chakra at the base of your spine. Feel it swirling as a ball of energy, rooting you securely to the earth, knowing you are safe, you are connected to the earth, you are safe in your body. And then bringing that energy up slightly to your creative chakra, knowing that you can create anything you need to manifest in your life. You are a creative source because you are connected to the source that created you. And you can create whatever experiences you want in your life. And now you're going to bring that energy up a little bit higher to your next chakra, your third chakra, just just above the belly button, below the heart chakra. And that chakra is where you have your sense of self. So you're going to say to yourself, I love and accept myself completely. And then you're going to bring that energy up to your heart chakra and see it as a swirling green and pink light of love energy. My heart is an open door. The more love I give, the more love I receive. And now that energy is moving up to your throat chakra. I speak my truth clearly. All good things come when I speak my truth. And then we're going to bring that energy up to the third eye and say, I see things clearly. And now up to the crown chakra, which is just above your head. I am open to receiving divine inspiration from Source. I can channel Source's energy and messages whenever I choose to. I am an open conduit for that loving, divine guidance. Now feel all the chakras swirling evenly, full of that good energy, radiating out through your whole body, through your whole energy field. Feel it tingling in all your senses. You can say a little prayer now. Bring your hands to heart center. Give a prayer of thanks for your ability to connect to Source, for the divine messages you can receive, for your ability to heal yourself on your spiritual journey. Knowing that we're constantly evolving, growing, learning, and that there's always time and space for us to be kinder, gentler to ourselves, to connect to our heart space, and to move from that divine inspiration and bring miracles into our lives. Feel yourself radiating light energy. Know that you and your spirit guides, your angels, your source, you're all one. It's all one energy. We're all connected. And all the things that were not serving you are no longer there in your energy field. You've let them go. And you've replaced it with this beautiful energy. And you can connect to this energy whenever you need to. It is always there. Take some deep breaths into your heart space. And now I invite you to just shake it out. So you can start to move your body. For me, it helps after I let go of all of the energy to also get it out of my physical body. So here's where I'm going to invite you to move your body a little bit. If you can, let's do some head circles. So take some deep breaths, circle your head around. If your legs are crossed, you might want to uncross them, stretch them out. Circle in both directions your head, so make sure you circle it one way and then the other. Let's stretch our arms out, bring your palms up to the sky, open up your heart, pull your arms back, open up that heart space. And then you can stretch to one side, one arm up, come to the side like a little arch. And other side. Shake it out. Give yourself a gentle twist. Twist one way, looking behind you. And then the other way. If you can, come onto all fours. And we're going to move the spine just to get the spine moving, doing our cat-cow. So for cat-cow, you're going to arch the spine looking up. And then round the spine looking down. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, looking down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. A few more rounds following your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. And then you can do some gentle hip circles while you're here. So get those hips moving in a circle in one way, and then circle the other way. You can wag your tail from side to side like a little happy puppy. And then you can come back to a child's pose. So for child's pose, you would sit on your heels and bring your head down. Resting your forehead. Oh, got a little sun glare there. Sorry, guys. It's the angels. We're going to bring your head down to the mat or to the ground. Taking a few deep breaths. Coming to your safe place. Take a few deep breaths, and then you can come out of it, come back to your seated position. If you want to stretch, anything that feels good in your body right now to stretch out your legs, whatever feels good, you guys can do. Because the idea is we're letting stuff go, right? So sometimes you want to just like get it out of your cells, your physical body as much as possible. So this process that we just went through is one that I've used for the past few years. I actually found it really powerful. You can use it also for physical pain. So it's not just for emotional pain, it's also for physical pain. Sometimes a physical pain that we're carrying has an emotional start to it. So I discovered this a few years ago. I was having a physical pain that I couldn't get rid of, and I tried everything. I tried acupuncture, chiropractic, massage, physical therapy, everything. I tried everything to get rid of this pain, and this pain would not go away. And then I learned about EFT and tapping, and I learned that a lot of times the pain starts with an emotional trauma. So I thought to myself, okay, what happened at the same time that the pain started? And I realized I had a traumatic event happen the same time that the pain had started. And so when I started doing the tapping exercise and I tapped about that traumatic event, I talked about it while I went through the pressure points. I talked it out. I talked about how it made me feel. I talked about how painful it was. I relived that pain while I was tapping, and I let it out. I had tears streaming down my face. And then I continued to do the releasing and replacing it with loving and accepting myself. After I did that purging with the tapping and I purged out all of those negative emotions I had been holding on to, my physical pain disappeared. It was this sciatic pain that had been there for over a year that I couldn't get rid of through any other means. And all of a sudden I tapped it out and it went away. So I knew that this was very powerful. And I still use it now when I'm starting to feel a block. So as we're going on our spiritual journeys, we're evolving, we're learning to become more who we are meant to be, right? And as we're going on this journey, we're going to come across blockages and we're going to come across things that we need to release. So as you're going on your journey, you're going to keep you maybe think you're like, oh, great, I let go of that. Now I'm ready to go. I'm all better. And then you're like, oh no, another belief came up. Oh no, another thing came up, because there's layers and layers and layers of stuff. And like I said, it can be passed down through our genetics. It's passed down genetically. It's passed down from our parents. So any limiting beliefs they had, they passed down to us. Then we have traumatic experiences that happen. And then we have, whatever, there's like layers and layers of things that get passed down to us that we need to let go of. So this is a practice you can continue to try. So you're like, oh, something's coming up. I'm feeling this negative thing that I don't want in me anymore. Tap it out, tap it out, tap it out. Call in your angels for support. They're there. I've seen one. So, I had an angel visitation as a little girl, and that changed my life. And I think that's part of the reason I'm on this path now as a light worker to share my message. I had an angel visit me when I was a little girl, and it looked like a beautiful ball of white light hovering in the air and giving me messages. And so I know that they're there, and I call in their help for all the time. Usually before bed, I like to kind of say a prayer and set the intention that I invite them in. And as I'm sleeping, because I believe that when we're sleeping, that's when our energy body can go out and travel. So energy has no limits in time and space. Energy transcends time and space, and your spirit is energy, right? So when you're sleeping, your spirit can kind of journey out there, and it can bring in the messages that you need to receive, and it can bring in healing from your angels, from source energy. So what I do is every night before I go to bed, I ask my spirits, I ask my angels to please kind of wrap me up in their wings, fill me with their divine love and guidance, bring me any messages that I need to receive for that day, and to heal whatever needs healing, to release whatever needs releasing, and replace it with all good things while I'm sleeping. So that's how I like to end my days. And I find it to be really powerful. And so you can set the intention that your sleep is going to be a sacred sleep, and it's going to heal you and prepare you for whatever you have to face in the next day. And so it's really amazing. And then also, I use Reiki energy to heal myself as well. And so, I'm infusing this class here with my channeling of the Reiki energy. And that was another tool that I learned that helped me connect to my spirit and helped me really believe that we are all made up of that source energy, because we can channel it. And I've been able to pass that energy through me and share it with others and see miraculous transformations happen, pain being released, all kinds of beautiful things happening. So it's really been an amazing journey for me, and I'm still on the journey. And I just want to invite you all with me and try to take you all along and help you on your own journey, because I think as people who are very sensitive to energy, it's very easy to let all the negative energy of the world dim your light. and hurt you and make you feel like self-doubt, because it can be overwhelming and it's hard to deal with if you don't have the tools. So we feel like, oh man, I can't handle this, right? You feel like I can't handle this, and then you feel like something's wrong with you because it's not easy for you to handle the overwhelming energy that you're feeling all the time. But because you're so sensitive to that energy, you can channel it, transmute it, and change that energy if you know how. And so this is what I've been learning over the years how to do for myself. And the more that I practice it and the more that I remember that I have this ability, the easier my life becomes. It's still a work in progress. I'm still learning. I'm still releasing. I'm still growing. But it's 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 making every day more beautiful, more enjoyable, and it's making my relationships better, because now, instead of feeling like I have to take on other people's energy or feel guilty for the way other people are feeling, now I am responsible for my own energy field, and I can become a beacon of light. And then what happens when you shift your vibration and you learn how to shift your own energy field and fill yourself up with that radiant energy, it affects people around you too. So that has a positive effect on everyone around you, because you're becoming this radiant being, right? And then the more you radiate and the more you shift your vibration, so you're like, you started out down here, now you're up here. Now the law of attraction says that whatever you're putting out is what you're going to receive back. So the more, whatever you focus on is what you see, right? Like if you think about purple cars, all of a sudden you start seeing purple cars. You know, whatever you think about is what you see, right? So if we're thinking about our connection to spirit and we're thinking about goodness, I love how this light is coming in. It's like amazing. If we're focusing on that goodness, then other goodness is going to show up for us. And then the people who are also on that same path as us are going to come into our lives. You're going to start making friends with people that are more the type of person you want to be, because now you're radiating out that positivity. Those positive people start showing up, or those positive experiences start showing up, or those opportunities for you to grow and move in a more positive direction start showing up. And then other people's negativity starts to affect you less and less, and you start to learn how to distinguish between what is my energy and what is someone else's energy. And then you start feeling a lot better, because now you're not getting dragged down into the negative energy of other people anymore. Now you can start to distinguish, well, I see what they're going through, but I no longer am feeling it so intensely. I no longer am taking it upon myself. Now you can also visualize a protective shield around yourself. Visualize that you have a bubble of light energy around your energy field, and that others cannot invade that space. And you can send them light and love and healing energy, and you can wish for them to heal themselves and to go on their own journey and to shift to a more positive vibration themselves. But you start to see from that higher vantage point, you start to be able to see that you are not responsible for them. They have to take it upon themselves to make that change. And so you no longer have to feel guilty if someone in your life, a loved one, is not happy. I think as empaths, we often feel guilty for that, because we feel their unhappiness, and we feel like, because we are really meant to be light workers, and our heart is saying we want to heal everyone, we feel guilty if we feel like they're not happy, like it's our job to make them happy. But the best way for us to help them is to shift our own energy first, and to come take care of our own self first. And then when we start coming from that place of knowing who we are, knowing what our real purpose is here, knowing that we are divine energy, knowing that we are beings of love and light, and that's what we can bring into the world. When we come from that place, they will make, if they see what's happening to us, it can affect them, and they can start to make their own positive changes. And you can give them words of wisdom, you can give them advice, you can give them guidance, you can tell them what you would do in their situation, but then you can let it go and leave it up to them to figure out how to make it happen and what path they need to go on. And instead of beating yourself up and making yourself feel like you're responsible for their energy and then lowering your own vibration and going down to their level, you can stay up here even if they're down here, and you can love them and send them all well wishes and want the best for them, but you don't have to drop down to their level. And so when you can start to learn how to do that, and the same thing when you're in a big crowd of people, as empaths, sometimes being in a crowd of people can be overwhelming because we are feeling all that energy and we're like, oh my gosh, too much energy. But if we learn how to center, pray, take some deep breaths, visualize your energy shield, visualize a root chakra, visualize a grounding cord going from your root chakra into the center of the earth, grounding you in place. We can say little prayers or affirmations to ourselves. We can chant, we can pray in our mind, say a little prayer, say a little mantra. There's all these tools you can use. You can use crystals, essential oils, whatever works for you that helps you keep your own energy field radiating in that positive space. Then you have tools now. So then now when you go out into the world, you're not as fearful, you're not as anxious, because you say to yourself, I know who I am. I know I have divine source energy flowing through me and I can channel it at any time. I know I am a being of love and light. I know my intention is always good. I know I can create goodness around me. Then you have this superpower. And when you know how to tap into your superpower, now the rest of the world is not such a scary place. But you can also say no to situations that don't feel right to you too. You don't have to put yourself into situations that are going to make it too difficult for you to maintain your light, right? So just because now it's easier for you to handle people doesn't mean you have to say yes to every invitation that comes up if it's not something you're comfortable with, because there might be a group of people or a place that has a negative vibration and you might choose not to associate yourself with that, and that's fine. So that's my message for you guys. And I'm going to, save this recording of this exercise for you all so you can use these tools whenever you see fit. So let's just close our eyes one more time and say a little prayer. Divine Source, thank you for giving me the ability to tap into your loving energy whenever I need to. Thank you for showing me the path to my own freedom, to my own ability to be a light and love source for myself and for others around me. Amen. So thank you guys. I'm going to pause the recording and then we'll open it up for Q&A.